Let's talk camper van floor plans. You can see here I have just loaded up some images of some typical floor plans, and like this one right here, you can see it's pretty common to have the bed in the back. Here's another example down here of having the bed in the back, and then it's pretty common also to have the the kitchen space somewhere near the sliding doors. And you can see that this is, there are a bunch of different floor plans that people have made up. Right here we have one where the bed is in the back. If we go to this one, you can see that they've got a table set up along the sliding door, and then they've got another row of counters over on the other side. That is quite common to have something like that. This right here is another example. They've got some bunk beds in the back, and they've got the kitchen near the sliding door, and they've got the seats up front, of course. But we decided to, here's another example of the bed in the back, and they've got storage underneath that. It's just a very common way to do that. Here they have a U-shaped dinette in the back that they built in, and then they've got some sort of bathroom space up here. We decided to mix it up just a little bit though. One of the big requirements that we had, if you look here in the garage space, we needed to be able to store some fold-up bikes, and these bikes get pretty tall. They get 38 inches high, and then they're 28 inches in the other dimension and 18 inches in the final dimension. And so that was one of the places that we started from. We had a kayak that we wanted, and you can see here in the lower right corner, here's another example where you have the bed in the back, and then you have a kitchen space here on the sliding door side. We knew that it was just going to be impossible for us to have a bed that was this long, because our entire van space is only 12 feet. And if we had a bed, this is called a north-south bed, if we had a north-south bed, that would take up 6.5 feet of the 12 feet, and then there just wouldn't be enough space left. We don't have a super high top van, so we're not able to lift the bed up to the point that we can comfortably walk around underneath it. So let's show you the route that we decided to take. So this is the van that we have come up with, and this again is the ProMaster 159, not extended. And basically what we have done is we have two separate bed areas. We have a bed area here in the very back that is wide enough for me, and then we have another bed area off to the side that will be long enough for Maria. And so that gives us the space that we need back here in the garage to have the bikes going up and down, and then we'll have enough room for the kayak that's blow-up kayak. It will go back here as well. And right now you can see that the van, it's basically in sleeping mode. Let me give you a quick layout though. We have the beds back here in this corner. We have the kitchen area, the sink, and a set of cabinets over here on this side. In this set of cabinets, that's where the hot water heater is going to reside. On the driver's side, for sleep mode, we have the bed right here. We'll switch that into day mode here in a little bit. We have a dinette underneath that. We have a large fridge right here. Above that we have open space, then we have a microwave, and then we have an area above that where the inside air conditioning unit, etc., is going to be. In front of that, the person that we have sitting here, this is a seat, just a little chair that we have. That chair will actually move out of the way, and there is a dry toilet underneath that. This toilet it's called the Modi well, however you say it, and basically it acts kind of like a food saver. And so it basically forms a seal around the deposits that you put in there, and then it makes little bags that you can throw away real easily. But anyway, that's the toilet that's right there. Our electrical is actually in the front of the van. The electrical is, the batteries are right here, and this blue box just represents the rest of the electrical components. And that's not exactly how it's going to look, but we have space back here behind where this chair is, and the electrical will be along this wall in this area. And a lot of progress has already been made on that you can look at in other videos. A few different reasons we chose to do this. One, as I mentioned before, we have the bikes back here that take up a lot of space. We just didn't feel like we could have a bed for both of us right next to each other that was taking up as much space as they take up and still be able to accomplish what we want. We have the features that I've talked about, and this spot right here on the floor represents a shower. I haven't yet figured out all the details on exactly how the shower is going to work out, but that represents that. But this is basically night mode. And for day mode, let me just move a few things around here. I'm going to move that out of the way. Move the person out of the way. And actually, let's go ahead and use that. And I will show you what we're going to do during the day. Just so that we have it out of the way. So during the day, this second bed is going to rest above the first bed. And during the day, we're actually going to have a dinette right here. Kind of weird to have these people floating in the middle of the area there, but you get the idea. The dinette is going to be right here, just in front of the driver's wheel well, and we're going to have a window right here next to the dinette. And so during the daytime, we're going to have the dinette that can be used as a seating area, and we have the swivel seats in the front of the van that are up here. We will have some sort of a lagoon table type mount so that these seats will also have table space up here, and along with those seats we'll have a third seat right here. So the plan is that during the day, if someone needs to go to the bathroom, let's get this person out of the way. If someone needs to go to the bathroom, this seat is actually going to, I don't have a good way to describe it here, but the seat, the bottom part down here is going to stay vertical. Then these two portions will pull up so that they're about this tall, and you have a straight wall. And the straight wall is going to hinge on this piece so that it will provide a lot of privacy for the person that is using the toilet up here from everything that's going on back here. And that's kind of how we're going to get our privacy. Obviously, we'll need to have the sliding door closed when the toilet is in use, but that's a general idea. And then once you've finished using the toilet, you've got the sink right here that you can use to wash your hands and everything with. As far as the other a few functional items that I want to be sure to mention, as I mentioned previously, the hot water heater is going to be somewhere in this space. I want to have the hot water heater as close to this faucet as possible. This faucet right here is going to serve both the sink, and we will have some sort of pull-out mechanism on it so that it will also be where the shower gets its water. We want to have the hot water as close to the sink as possible. So the hot water heater will be somewhere inside this space. This black area right here, this is actually a 39-gallon over-the-wheel well freshwater tank. So that's where the fresh water supply will come from, and we'll have the pump in here somewhere very close to the hot water heater, I'm sure. The gray tank will basically have water that comes from the sink as well as the shower, and the gray tank is actually going to be undermounted under the van, and the gray tank will be down here somewhere, right in this area. It has a defined spot, and it is a 36-gallon gray tank. And so that's how that's going to work. For the air conditioner, the air conditioner is not a rooftop unit. The air conditioner has an inside unit, which I have represented by this little box right here. There's this component, and then there will be 2 or 3 components that mount on the underside of the van down here. And this is the equivalent of the outside unit that you have at your house. That will be outside of the van down underneath it right here. And the inside unit that you have at your house, that will be right here. And then there are 3 or 4 vents that come off of it, and those 3 or 4 vents will go to various locations in the van to distribute the cold air that have not yet been determined. For heat, this van is going to reside in Florida most of the time, and so we're going to attempt to have an electric heater. We've got 37 kilowatt hours of battery here, which is a crazy amount of battery for those that know very much about electricity. And so we're going to have an electric, just an electric heater that we use. If we decide that we need to have a gas heater, I've got a little box that I've set aside right here. That's the size of a gas heater. And so if we decide that we end up needing that somewhere down the road, we will figure out where we can put that in. I don't know exactly where it'll go yet, but it'll go somewhere. So that'll take care of the heat. Underneath the fridge, we actually have some space down here. You can see that will end up being storage. And similarly with the dinette has space underneath it. That will also be storage. For overhead, we're going to have a set of cabinets that go over the kitchen. You can see I've probably made them a little bit too long in the design software because they kind of get in the way of the bed. And so we have to have enough space to set this bed up here. We have another set of cabinets that will go over the seating area that we have back here in this area. And so that way we'll have some more storage right there. So for this bed back here, I don't know exactly how we're going to mount it to the top area, but we'll mount it up there somehow. We do have windows in the back of the van. The windows in the back of the van are not going to be terribly visible from inside when we're in drive mode, because we're going to have the bed up here, and then we've got the lower bed down here. We do have a digital rear view mirror that we installed though, so that lets us see out the back from a mirror that we basically have right up here on the outside, and that makes it very easy to see out back. And we've got another video on the install of all of that also. For the electrical controls, for the fuse boxes and the breakers, we're probably going to have those mounted somewhere on the front side of this panel that we have up here. I don't know exactly yet. Maybe we'll put some of them on the front side. I'm not sure yet, but we'll figure out those details. But anyway, that's the basic overview of how the van is going to come together. I know that there's curiosity out there on what the final design is going to look like, but that's basically it. And we very much look forward to turning that into a reality, and it's what we're actively working on now. And so thanks for watching. If you want to see how this continues going, by all means subscribe, and you'll get to see videos as we build this thing out.